It's not going to be a very light phone, but it is also not going to be very heavy in case you compare it with other 5.5-inch display phones. 9.3mm is the thickness of the phone. We have the display size, which is 5.5-inch high definition, which is 720x1280. We have got octa-core 1.7 GHz CPU. It is MediaTek 6592 chipset. We have Android 4.4 KitKat, 13 megapixel rear camera with BSI sensor, so it can give you pretty good photos in low light as well. Front camera is 8 megapixel. In terms of connectivity, it supports 3G, but 3G is supported only on one SIM card slot. The other SIM cards support 2G only. We have memory, which is 16 GB on this one. 2 GB of RAM is there, and we have assisted GPS as well on this device. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.0 is also there. USB 2.0, NFC is also there on this one. We have a battery of 3100 mAh, which is again removable. And then if we take a look over the package contents, it should be the handset, charger, USB cable, some headphones, and the warranty card. So let me just open this package, and before I do that, let me just show you the MRP. The MRP which is mentioned in the box is 12,290. However, it is available for 10,000 rupees only. So let me just open the package and show you what all we have inside the package. So the first thing which we see inside the package is the device itself, which is pretty big to hold in one hand, but again it is not something which is bulky, in case you are wondering about it. Build quality seems to be pretty good, I would say, on this device, and again the overall look and feel of the device is also nice. We will take a look over the device later on. Let's take a look what we have inside the package. And then we have the charger, which is a 1 ampere charger, which you will get within the package of this phone. And you are also getting a micro USB cable, a 2.0 micro USB cable for data syncing and charging. Let me just keep this aside for a while. And then we get these headphones, which are like very standard headphones. Sound quality is just average from these headphones. Don't expect very good quality of sound, but they can be used, and they do have a module over there with a button to pick the calls. Again, I would rather recommend you to go for a third-party headphones. These ones are very average in terms of sound quality. We have a quick start guide as well for this device, and apart from this, we have a warranty card over there. And I think the quick start guide should also mention the SAR values. Let me just try to see whether we have SAR values mentioned over here on this quick start guide. Okay, so here we have the SAR values mentioned over there, and as you can see, as per the limit, it is 0.419 watt per kg on this one, and 0.31 watt per kg. So for the body it is 0.49 watt per kg. For the head it is 0.314 watt per kg. In case you don't read that, I have just told you. So these are all the things which you get within the package. Let me just take a look over the phone now, which is the InFocus M330. Taking a look over the phone, one thing which I can say is that the phone does not look cheap, and it does not feel cheap when you hold it in hand. Build quality is nice, if not too premium. And on the front we can see that we have a pretty good high definition display, which does look pretty colorful even when you take a look at it from extreme angles, which is also nice. Let me just show you the connectivity and the ports. On the top you have a 3.5 mono jack. Here we have a 13 megapixel camera, which is an autofocus camera. We have LED flash over there, and secondary microphone for noise cancellation in case you don't see that. And then we have InFocus branding over there. Loudspeaker is over there, which will get muffled because of the design when you place it on a table, but it will not get blocked completely. We have a micro USB port for data syncing and charging, a primary microphone over there. On this side we have a power button, which is a plastic button, gives you okay amount of feedback, not too much of feedback is there. And then we have the volume rocker, which actually gives you better feedback. This is also a plastic button finished in chrome, and the edges are looking pretty good, although it is plastic again, but they have given it a metallic look, which does make this phone look pretty nice. Taking a look over the battery and other connectivity options, let me just remove the back cover. So the back cover is kind of not very thin quality plastic. It is decent, I would say, not bad. We have the SIM card slot over there. Again, this is going to take two regular size SIM card, one on the top of other, and the top SIM card is going to be 3G capable, whereas the SIM card below this is going to be only 2G capable. We have a micro SD card slot as well to expand the storage, and here we have a 3100 mAh battery, and here we have the loudspeaker. So let me just take a look over the phone from the front and show you what all we have. So we do have proximity and ambient light sensors over there in case you don't see them. We have a nice metallic earpiece over there, front camera which is 8 megapixel, and then we have these touch capacitive buttons which are there at the bottom, and they do not have backlit LED. So there is no backlit LED on these buttons. So it might be quite difficult to locate them, especially in dark room, because they do not have backlit LED. And this is how the display look like. Let me just unlock the phone. So it is running on the custom UI which is running on top of Android, and it is pretty smooth. I do not notice any kind of lag on this device, even when I have actually installed a couple of games and benchmark utilities. The device is performing pretty well. Let's take a look over the notification center first of all. This is how it looks like, and we have these toggles over there which can be scrolled like this in a horizontal way, and you do have power saver as well, and audio equalizer is also there which you can enable and disable, which is good. Let's take a look over the settings and find out the version of Android first of all. So we have 4.4.2 KitKat on this one, and when it comes to storage, we have a storage of approximately 16 GB on this one, and out of that approximately 11.88 GB is available to the user. And you do have support for SD card, and you can insert an SD card and install application from the SD card, because you can change the default write disk, which is good. Let's take a look over the application scenario, and here we have it. As far as RAM is concerned, or free RAM is concerned, we have 2 GB of RAM. Out of that 1.3 GB is free, and the device is fairly responsive. Let's take a look over the camera performance. So here we have an action figure, and I'm going to take a photo of this action figure, which is the Superman, as you can see. And let me just take this photo without light as well, so that you can get an idea what kind of performance you can get from the rear camera in low light. So you have to give it some time to focus, especially as far as rear camera is concerned, but it is pretty quick in taking photos. Let me just take a selfie as well before I show you all these photos. So I've taken the selfie as well. Let me just show you all of these photos one by one. First of all, we will take a look over the front camera photo. So this is how the front camera photo actually look like. As you can see, details are pretty nicely captured in this low light of scenario, and the front camera selfie is looking pretty nice, I would say, in terms of details and clarity. When it comes to the other photos, this is the photo which we have captured in low light without any artificial light. So this is how it looks like. Again, details are not very good, but color production is done very nicely, and this is how the actual action figure actually look like. So you can see it is looking pretty okay, I would say, not bad. Colors are slightly different, but that's how it is. Let me just take a look over the photo which has been taken with light, and this photo is coming out to be better, I would say, in terms of colors, more closer to this one, and details are very nicely captured. I can see everything in detail on the photo, and it is almost as it is like the original one. So both the front camera quality and the rear camera quality are pretty good. So this is all we have as far as the quick review of the InFocus M330. In case you would like to find out what kind of gaming performance this device has, whether it can actually run some high definition games, make sure you watch other video which we are putting on the channel after this one. So that's all from us as far as the quick unboxing and quick review of the InFocus M330. In case you have any questions, you can leave your questions in the comment section below. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.